Hey there, YouTube. Hope the week is treating you well. I'm just counting the days. I'm ready to get August over. I'm ready to get over well into September and get rid of some of this just insane heat we're having in the South. Like we're down here around closer to Mobile, Pensacola. We're breaking records every day. But today I want to talk about why one size doesn't fit all in plant-based eating. When it comes to eating, I see too many people out there that just seem to think like this is there's one way to eat. There's one plant-based diet. You eat this, and a lot of times it's very narrow too. Not a lot of variety and stuff in there. But I say a lot of times, and I don't mean this just like, well, everybody just choose whatever, but we do. People have varying nutritional needs. We have different nutritional needs based on our size, based on men, women, a lot of different things. We have just different, our bodies are different. Some people tend to gain weight easily. Some people tend to not be able to gain weight. So it's just kind of asinine to think that one way of eating this plant-based diet will fit everybody. We all have, for one, everybody has different health goals. So it's going to be different for somebody that is looking for weight loss. And it's going to be different, even broken down further with people looking for weight loss, like how much weight loss do you need? Like for somebody that's got to lose 100 pounds, somebody that's got to lose 25 pounds, but it's going to be different. You're thinking of different thoughts when you're going for weight loss than say when you're going for athletic performance. I don't know, how many people you follow on Instagram, but I do like to follow younger people, athletes, all kind of different people over there. And yes, there's a lot of healthy looking athletic people over there, and they're not eating how the fruit eaters or the raw people or this type of plant-based or that type. They have a certain thing for their individual needs. And there's also, too, people that are managing chronic conditions. Some people, that's one that's really people need to talk about a little bit more, actually listen to experts a little bit more on that, because when we're talking about chronic conditions, sometimes disease, and sometimes some of them are quite seriously, you can't just be willy-nilly about that and just say, yeah, go eat some fruit or go eat this or that. There's other concerns. There's allergies and food intolerances. They exist now. I think sometimes allergies, when you kind of start working on your gut health and when you start eating, for your nutritional needs, sometimes allergies will go away. Sometimes they will get less severe, but still that's not like a given. So people have to avoid things. They have to eat certain things. Sometimes it's not as bad as an allergy, but just some people have intolerances in their gut that they just aren't able to eat certain things that, say, somebody like myself might be able to eat, or you might be able to eat. Budget. Another thing, let me reference Instagram again. If you go look at some of these influences on Instagram, or even just some people, I especially try to figure them out because people aren't sending them a lot of money. And some of the things they're eating, some of the meals they're making, I start going, because I know what things cost, and I start going, okay, they added that, this costs this costs this costs this. And some of them are spending like, I'm not sure, maybe $25-30 on a meal. And they're doing this kind of content all the time, and I'm like, it's beautiful. I'm not hating. I enjoy seeing the pretty pictures and even learning new stuff, but I'm like, who are your people? Who's following you? Who is able to afford to eat like this? So there's budget you've got to figure in there. There's lifestyle you have to figure in there. It's going to be probably different for somebody that is single, that somebody that has a family, has kids, got to get those kids to work. Maybe you go to work. Maybe you drop the kids off early in the morning and you go to work all day, and then you have to kind of just make allowances. You have to fix your food. You have to prep in advance, and maybe you have to eat a little bit differently than other people. And I've covered age. So there's just a lot of, like I say, a lot of individual needs out there, and one size does not fit all. Because I'm going to tell you something. My channel here, and I've said this ever since the first video, I'm just kind of showing you guys what I'm doing. I'm not trying to convince anybody of anything. Other than every once in a while, if I want to do a recipe, I don't sit around and go, okay, what am I going to eat today that I can share and will make some sort of a hit on Instagram, or I can share in a video. I'm eating the way that I eat. And, you know, a lot of my different things come into play, like my laziness, I have no motivation to put a lot of time into preparing food, into making food. And some people absolutely love that. So I eat a little bit differently. I'll make a lot of my green smoothies. I'll just chop up a salad. When I'm eating the cooked food, I'll cook some beans. I'll cook a sweet potato, steam some collard greens. But I will tell you this, because, you know, I forgot one point I want to mention too. Location. When I used to live down in the tropics in Costa Rica, like, I saw all these people all the time that are trying to be fruitarian in the Midwest, or trying to be fruitarian in places, and they're constantly telling me, I can't get this here, I can't get any fruit there, I can't get any of this there. Well, then maybe you're not supposed to be a fruitarian in Iowa. If you think, hey, I am a fruitarian, that is the way to live, you got to go to the tropics. You got to save that money. You got to sell everything. You got to do whatever. But I honestly believe that there are specific diets to specific areas, and you're not going to eat the same if you live close to the equator in the tropics as you are, say, in Scandinavia, Northern Europe, northern parts of the United States, in Canada. So all those things do do play into that. And like I said, for me, the biggest thing, the whole just eating fruit all the time, and, you know, just the raw is law, all that kind of stuff. If I ate fruit all the time, I don't know how anybody keeps any weight on doing that, because I was just eating fruit like a maniac all the time. Love fruit, still do. Still pound the mangoes, pound the pineapples, pound anything I can get. But, in the tropics, it was just it was harder keeping that weight on. I don't like having that emaciated look. I ain't exactly thick now. I generally weigh around 165, 168. I'm probably 3 or 4 pounds down after that recent sickness. But just think about that a little bit. Think about your individual needs. And this might be especially helpful for somebody out there that's just kept trying and trying and trying, and it just doesn't work for you. Because I've just kind of like gone down this road. I've zigged and zagged. I've gone with what feels good for me, what feels right for me. And in 11 years, I've just never really had any problem sticking to doing this plant-based diet. And knock on wood, health has been pretty good so far. So anyhow, just my 2 cents worth on this. Hope you guys enjoyed this one today. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you here again real soon. Peace.